doubt about that. But this modus operandi of the special prosecutor, and recently I was complaining here on this program about the modus operandi of the IGP, this publication, photographs and all that. I mean, there is a reason why the Criminal Investigations Department of the Ghana Police, those of you who know them or those of you who have dealt with them, CID people do not wear police uniform because they are the people who are conducting investigations. They come to arrest me. They come to arrest you. They come to your house. They come to your office. The reason why they don't wear police uniform is that the law that we operate under, the Anglo-Saxon common law, says that an individual is innocent until he's proven guilty. Now, because an individual is innocent until proven guilty, you don't want to generate a stigma or generate a narrative that somebody is already guilty. So until the person has committed a palpable crime, like an armed robber or like somebody who breaks into a bank, where the police will come with force, with police sirens and all of that when it's broken into a bank, when they are investigating the matter of an individual, they go in plain clothes so that that person will not be stigmatized. So if I'm sitting here and CID people come to arrest me, maybe even the people in this studio will not know that they are CID. They'll come to me and said, "My name is Inspector Akofi, can you please come downstairs? We need to see you." And he's in plain clothes. And I'll go downstairs and say, "Mr. Adom-Otchere, you're under arrest, so we have to take you to the police headquarters." And they will say that, my people will say some two men came and they took him away. They don't know that they are police. CID don't wear police uniform for that reason, because the individual is innocent until proven guilty. If a special prosecutor goes to arrest in some dramatic fashion and is live on TV, as if we are watching Black Stars in Nigeria, live on TV, he calls, or I don't know whether he did or somebody in the office did, call TV3, come, I'm going to arrest the other part, let's go. Joe FM, let's go, I'm going to arrest the other part, everybody, let's go. Then, with cars and video and it's live on OSP, arrests the other part. You have already pronounced her guilty. You have pronounced her guilty. So that's in front of Sisi Ladapa's house, and look at the cars there. This was almost live on TV. I mean, look at the case in England. Recently, our hero, Thomas Partey, had a problem with the British police. Did you see how scanty the information was? All of us were looking for the information. The British police will not tell anyone. All we heard was and Partey himself telling some Ghanaians. That's how we got to know. And then they just put a small one line, Thomas Partey is being investigated for this. They don't come and have video and it's live on TV and all that. Those of us who grew up in my generation, we knew a guy called Jack Beverly. Till today, Jack Beverly is dead. Up till today, I didn't see how he looks like. I just know there was Jack Beverly. He was at 37, so everybody was afraid to go by 37. He's a motor rider. And some of the soldiers knew him, some didn't know him. But me, I didn't. All of us had Jack Beverly. We don't know him. Because people who carry out investigations, they don't operate in the full glare of the public live on TV and achieving stardom. No. Anybody who does that does not understand the work that he's doing. An investigator is calling journalists, follow me, and then go ahead of me, I'll come. So when he's arriving, you see the camera is already there. So, I mean, we know camera work. So we know that this camera was there before the car came. Or worse still, the camera came, they told the car that reverse and come in again, let me film you. I hope it's not as bad as that. I just hope that the cameraman got there before the car. Why must camera be there? I'm going to search his Ladapa's house. Why should people know? By now, we should be hearing it. Is it true? Is it not true? And then he released a one line. Office of the Special Prosecutor is concerned about the news and is investigating the matter. Full stop. That's all. But why this dramatic, I'm going to arrest somebody and I'm searching his house and then you take television along? I think it's not good for the future of our country. We have to learn from the colonialists who taught us how to police. And I was talking about the IGP recently about the same thing. What is all this dramatic publication of I'm going to arrest and going around town with motorcade for? So he passes and says, oh, that's the special prosecutor. Hey, where is he going? That is how he goes around town. 2 motorbikes, 3 Land Cruisers. Why? I don't think, with the best of intentions to my friend Kisi, that this is the way to go. I think next time he's doing an investigation, he can do a one line. I am investigating this. Don't call journalists and say, I'm going to arrest Sisi Ladapa, so come. And then Sisi Ladapa's story break and there's a tweet, our eyes are everywhere. Nobody needs that. Nobody cares. Jesus, you have a very critical national assignment to deliver. And it's a noble national assignment to deliver. The Attorney General doesn't do his work in public. No Attorney General did that. And I remember as a journalist covering the Quality Grain case, Nana Akufo-Addo, the Attorney General of the day, will come to court. The matter is already in court. And then he will always tell the media in his presentations. I remember. And I think Ben Efson and others will remember too, because we covered that process together, where he will say that, mind you, none of the accused persons is guilty. We are not saying that they are guilty. We are prosecuting. And Nana Akufo-Addo always said that none of the accused persons are guilty. We have finished the investigation and we are in court. The court will make the decision. Anytime he stepped down, they will ask him, okay, so Attorney General, how do you see the case? The court is prosecuting. So are you concerned about the seriousness of the offense? He said, no, I can't talk about that. None of the accused persons is guilty yet. It was Richard Kwame Pepra, Salome, Dr. Dapa, who went on a submission of no case, Kwesi Ahoy, who went on a submission of no case, Ibrahim Adam. They were being prosecuted. 2 of them got a submission of no case. And the Attorney General of the day, I remember, was always careful to tell journalists that none of those people are guilty. We are just prosecuting. And because of the innocent until proven guilty principle of the Anglo-Saxon common law, police CID come to you to arrest you without police uniform. They don't want to stigmatize you. Right now, general public think that Cecilia Dapa is a thief. She's stolen. Because Office of the Special Prosecutor went to arrest her. I heard somebody in the text say that, why do you use the word arrest? You should say that we've invited her for investigation. Office of the Special Prosecutor has powers of arrest though. They went to arrest her and they went with full squad and television. So you're on your phone, live on TV, Cecilia Dapa being arrested. Really? I think, in my most humble opinion, this must stop. This must stop. The Special Prosecutor must do his work. He must stop publicizing his work and putting cameras behind him and camera after camera and he's on Facebook and he's live arresting. He must stop that and do his work like the Chief Constable in England does. I talked about the IGP today. It's not for IGP. I'll come to him later. But officer, we have to build a society. We have to build a system. When you go to police and they say the police has done something, it's the police institution that has done it. That is different from something happens today at Winneba. The member of parliament elected for Winneba is Alexander Fenyo Markin. We know him. That is why when you go to the primary schools, the JSS, they teach them. Minister for Transport is Kweko for Esiama. This is his photograph. Minister for, when you see the photographs of ministers published around Ghana, do you see IGP and Office of Special Prosecutor inside? There's a reason. These ministers are politicians. They've put themselves out for political office. They must be known, and then we can hold them responsible. This is the Vice President of Ghana. He's called Alhaji Mahamadou Bawumia. When I see him at 37, I say, this is Dr. Bawumia, the Vice President. But I shouldn't know who Kofi Boakye is. I can hear his name. And a lot of the people of my generation, they heard Kofi Boakye of Striking Force. They say, Kofi Boakye Crawford in Bow. Even children were frightened. 5-year-olds, you are crying. Hey, stop crying. Kofi Boakye is coming. Then they stop crying. They are afraid. But do you know when people saw Kofi Boakye? 2007. Since Kofi Boakye became Kofi Boakye in 1994, it was in 2007 at the Georgina Wood Committee that they said, this is Kofi Boakye. Now, I didn't know him. But I knew of him, Kofi Boakye. So when I was in law school, Makola Part 1, his friend was Toby Sri, Agboada. He was also in the law school, but he's older and a big man. So I was standing with Toby on the compound conversing. Then somebody was calling him from the law school, the Makola Law School, the top there. And then he said, Commander, come down. I said, who is that? He said, that's Kofi Boakye. I said, this is Kofi Boakye. When he came down, him and I shook hands and we hit it. And from that day, he's been my friend. But that is how I got to know Kofi Boakye in 2002 or something, law school time. Toby Sri said, Commander, come. He was calling, he said, hey, no, you are dodging me. He said, Commander, calm down. And then I said, who is Commander? I said, this is Kofi Boakye. Even at that time, he was Greater Accra Regional Commander. I still didn't know him. But that is how policing is. Put the old photographs of the policemen. Let me make a statement about it. It is very, very important that we all add our voice to this kind of dramatic behavior. And I'm going to rise his ladder. Come, follow me. Let's go. And camera is there and is live on. What is that? You are determining the person to be guilty before he's proven guilty by a court. These are the seasoned policemen. This is Majite. This is Harley. This is Deku. This is Mawa Nyagan, whose photograph we didn't find. These are very seasoned policemen who handed over the tradition of secretly policing and building the institution rather building individuals. These people did great things for Ghana police. Deku and Harley were part of the 66 event. Majite was Nkrumah's most trusted IGP. Mawenyaga was in there. Later on, Mawenyaga became Ghana's ambassador to Algeria. And these are serious policemen. And they didn't do this public glare and have the special prosecutor back. They didn't do this public glare of these things. I think that people must add their voice to this. Special prosecutor, we love you. But please, you are not Dede Ayu. You are not the captain of the Black Stars. You are not Black Sheriff. You are not Black Sheriff. You are not Shatawale, my good friend Shatawale. You are not Stone Boy, for God's sake. You are not PSCA Esther. No. You are not DKB, the comedian. You are not Delay. No, you are not, what's her name? Ajwa Schwarzenegger. You are not Efia Schwarzenegger. You are the distinguished special prosecutor, barrister at law, and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Ghana. Don't come and be going to arrest people with fanfare, and I'm going to arrest, follow me, media, let's go, and it's live on radio, and you are tweeting, I've arrested, and this and that and that. Now, when a matter comes broke from TV3, that you say that you searched Cecilia Dapa's house and for hours you were counting money, up till now, hours upon hours, we have not heard from the special prosecutor. This is an important matter that he has to say something about. That he's not saying. If he is going to arrest people, then let's go and arrest. Then they are following him. Then they are showing it on TV. We don't want to see how you do your work. Please, deliver to the nation. We don't want to know. It doesn't have to be on TV. Because you are stigmatizing these people. And some of you watching me can get excited until it is your uncle, whom you know has done nothing wrong. Because the police know that arrest and investigation doesn't mean that you have done anything wrong. But it's a matter that they need to investigate. And in the investigative process, they shouldn't give the impression that you are guilty before the investigation is over, before a court is able to look at the facts and determine the matter beyond reasonable doubt. It's a criminal process beyond reasonable doubt. So why should the special prosecutor go and arrest somebody and let it look so dramatic? And we shouldn't know. Please, we don't want to know. Do your arrest, conduct your investigations, go to the court. When the court has given its final verdict, if you go to England, prosecutors, when the court is giving the verdict, they never grant an interview. They walk away. They don't grant an interview. They come to the court in suit and they say that the Old Bailey said so and so and so, and they convicted the man for 16 years. And you see the prosecutor walking, journalist says, prosecutor, are you happy with it? He doesn't say anything. So prosecutor, you got what you want? He doesn't say anything. So prosecutor, he doesn't say anything. Don't we learn from these best practices? Shouldn't we be learning from these best practices? Why is the Office of the Special Prosecutor doing that? This fanfare arrest, and I'm going to arrest. I'm concerned about it because I spoke about the IGP in similar fashion. Picture, photo, and things as if it's Dede Ayu. Are you Dede Ayu? Dede Ayu is the captain of the Black Stars. We love him. He's a star. But Special Prosecutor has a principled national duty, very, very sensitive one to deliver. And in delivering such a sensitive national duty, the conduct must be clear, and it must be clear.